Hello everyone, my name is Muskan. I am a legal intern at Plex and Company. So today's topic of discussion is Juvenile Justice Act 2015. So let's proceed with our topic. The increase in the number of crimes, including rapes, committed by juveniles aged 16 to 18 was the main reason to introduce the new legislation. More attributive than reforming, the new law raised several questions. The new law is considered retributive because it contains provisions for teenagers who commit a heinous crime punishable by 7 years or more must be tried as adults but in juvenile court. The child found guilty of heinous crime is sent to a safe place until the age of 21, after which he is transferred to prison. The children's court ensures it. This means that the benefit of a child is not granted to the minor when found guilty of committing of heinous crime. And what are the two categories of children who are protected under the juvenile justice? There are two categories: children in conflict with the law. For children over age 18 or children aged 16 to 18 charged or convicted of committing a heinous crime, as security aside will be established for the children in the process of trial and the children who are convicted. The place of safety will have a separate layout and facilities. The Juvenile Justice Commission will carry out a regular inspection of adult prisons to check whether a child is accommodated there and take immediate measures to transfer the child to home of observation. Within 3 months, the Juvenile Justice Council will make a preliminary assessment before referring the case to juvenile court. The law stipulates that the final order must include an individual plan for the rehabilitation of the child, including a follow-up by the probation officer. The district child protection will tour a vehicle when the child is considered an adult by the juvenile court. Children in need of care and protection. Within 24 hours, a child in need of care and protection must be brought before the Child Protection Committee. The law provides for the compulsory declaration of a child separated from his guardian. Non-reporting was treated as a punishable offence. The children in need of care and protection is sent to a proper child protection institution and directed by the Child Protection Committee under the direction of a social worker. Within 15 days, the social worker or child protection officer must conduct a social inquiry. At least 20 days a month, the Child Protection Committees meet and the district magistrate conducts quarterly review of functioning of the Child Protection Committee. Observation homes provide that minors are kept for a few weeks in the observation house for the social study of minors. The minor story is prepared by the probation officer during his brief stay at observation home. The competent authority then decides, depending on the case, to keep them in institution or to entrust them to their parents. During the stay, medical and psychiatric services are also provided, as well as basic equipment such as food, clothing, shelter shall also be provided to the minors. Special homes. When the offence committed by minor is proven and condemned by the competent authority, it is placed in the special home established by state government. In the special home, minors are treated for a long time until their age ceases. The ultimate goal of rehabilitation of juveniles in the homes under the Juvenile Justice Act has been implemented to ensure that all necessary efforts are made to change of juveniles, minor evil to good. Special shelters for minors pay more attention to the education and vocational training of minors. Minors receive food, clothes, sheltering, medical and other services also. Children's home. The state government may establish and maintain children's home in each district or group of districts. The children's home is home where children in need of care and protection are placed on the order of competent authority. Children are provided with all the services necessary for overall development of a fairly high age, that is until at the 18 years old. Services included the provision of food, clothing, shelter, medical, psychiatric treatment, including counseling and referral. Education and vocational training are also provided to children. Shelter homes. Shelter homes are for children in need of sports. Shelter homes provide children with space where they can engage in creative activities. These activities will ensure the overall growth and development of children. Foster care. Non-institutional organization. Foster care. Foster care is one of the non-institutional measures used for temporary placement of children in accordance with Section 42 of Juvenile Justice Act of 2000. Homeless, abandoned, neglected and deprived children benefit from the foster family. He replaces parents with others to provide care outside their home. outside their home. The child is placed in foster care when natural parents are faced with problems such as sentencing, life-threatening illness, and being abroad. The actual parents pay the corresponding price. Foster parents are generally interested in childcare. In the foster home, the child receives parental care, parenting education. Being placed in a foster home helps to avoid the stigma of being in an institution and adopting to other children. It is considered satisfactory in every way possible. Adoption as a process by which adopted child is permanently separated from his biological parents and become the child of his adoptive parents. Uh, uh, with all rights, privileges, and responsibility attached to biological child. Sponsorship. Another type of non-institutional measure called sponsorship. Program provides additional assistance to families, children's homes, and special homes to meet the medical, nutritional, education, and other needs of children. Sponsorship is given to improve the quality of life. After that, what is the role of child welfare committees? Within 1 year from the date of entry into force, one or more committees the protection of child created by notification published in the official gazette of state government is seeks to exercise the powers and duties of these committees with respect to the child in need of care and protection under the juvenile justice. The committee consists of chair and 4 other members, with at least one being a woman. The chair or committee member must have a postgraduate degree in social work, psychology, and child development. If this person is not available, at least one graduate from one of the social science disciplines or as a teacher, doctor, or social worker is required. Worker working in the field of child development, the mandate and qualification of the president and a member appointed by state government for a 3-year term. The indemnity of the members may not be lower than 500 rupees per session. A committee member may be dismissed after the government investigation if he has been found guilty of abuse of power under this act, he has been convicted of an offence involving moral turpitude, and that sentence has not been overturned or has been totally pardoned for that offence. He does not attend the council debates for 3 consecutive months without just cause, or does not attend at least 3/4 of the meeting of the year. So that's all for today. If you like my video, do like, comment, and subscribe the Lex Click YouTube channel. Thank you.